What's up, guys? Here's our card prediction for this Saturday, Ankalaev versus Walker 2. Starting off with the last card of the prelims, Andre the Pitbull Arlovsky versus Waldo Salsa Boy Cortez Acosta.
Salsa Boy.
That's what they call him.
I like it. I like it.
What do you got?
Well, I'm a big Arlovsky fan. I think he's one of those guys who maybe don't get the credit he deserves for all the legends he fought in his career.
Definitely.
And it hurts me to see him going out this way. I think it hurts me more than him because he keeps coming back for more. And it's confusing me. I want to see him retire after this fight. I don't think he has what it takes to win this. So my pick to answer your question is Arlovsky will be getting knocked out in the first round, unfortunately. And I want him to hang up the gloves after for his own sake.
In that fight? In the end of that fight?
At the end of this fight on Saturday.
So you want the gloves off?
I want the gloves off, please. Someone needs to step in. Everyone's talking about Ferguson. I get it, but we need to also talk about Arlovsky here because it's becoming worrisome. These are heavyweights we're talking about.
Yeah. I mean, I agree. I completely agree. The guy's 44 years old. I think gone are the days that he's breaking noses and tearing ACLs and shredding people up in the octagon. Unfortunately, as much as we loved it, as much as we appreciated it, as much as you will always be a legend in our hearts, I think it's time he needs to go. I think it's time he needs to go. Unless the guy loves making posters for these young fighters, and these mid-tier fighters are having these beautiful pictures taken of them just landing bad shots on Arlovsky. I don't think he needs to be in that position. There's no reason for it. He should take this W or L. We'll see what's going to happen. But unfortunately, I have the same thing you do.
Knockout round one?
I do have the round one. I did.
Yeah.
I did.
I hope he proves us
wrong. What made you say round one?
He's a quick finisher.
All right. I have Salsa Boy Cortez. Round one finish.
Yep.
KO.
I would agree. Moving on.
All right. Well, want to open the main card up?
Sure. Starting out with the main card, we have Bruno Ferreira versus Phil Hawes. I think it's a very close matchup skill-wise. They're both similar fighters. Both stand and bang all day. I think it'll be a very entertaining fight.
I believe so, too.
I just think Phil Hawes has taken a lot of damage these last couple of fights, kind of brutal KOs, and he had the knee injury that led to a brutal TKO. And I just don't...
Oh, he hurt his knee in the same fight. He hurt his knee in the same fight. He got knocked out right after. That's right.
Yeah,
that is exactly what happened.
Buckling.
Yes, that's exactly what happened.
So I just think given all of that, I'm giving the slight edge to Bruno Ferreira. Phil Hawes could prove me wrong because, again, he has the power and the striking. He just doesn't have the defense.
I don't think he has the chin.
I don't think he has the chin either.
I think he's known for not having the chin.
I don't think any of us have seen him have a chin, so there's nothing else we could say about that.
I mean, I'm a huge fan of the Hulk Ferreira. I think he's going to take it. He's sitting at minus 120 right now.
Yeah.
Per Vegas.
Yeah.
Which I think, honestly, is a valuable bet right there if you're a bettor.
I would say so.
Seriously. I mean, the guy's amazing. He's calm. He's collected. I think he throws these crazy feints that people go for. We saw him get knocked out earlier by Nursultan, if that's how you say his name.
Nursultan.
I believe it's Nursultan. But right before that, because I just rewatched it, and right before that, he threw some spinning. He was throwing like a spinning elbow, and I think that, I don't know if he got dizzy from that or what, but right after that's when he ate the shot and got knocked out. So that could be it.
He's moving too fast for his own good.
I don't know what he's doing, but hopefully he doesn't spin in this fight. Otherwise, I have the same thing. I got Bruno the Hulk by finish. Submission or KO, TKO, I don't know, but I know he's going to finish him.
I think it'll be a finish. I think it'll be a KO.
Yeah, I believe so too.
That's what I'm looking at here.
All right, moving on to Ricky Simon and Mario Batista. What do you got for that?
Another close fight, I would say. I think I'm going with the first underdog here with Mario Batista. I think Mario Batista is the hungrier fighter. He's trying to crack top 15. He knows a win here gets him there. It's going to be a tough fight, though. I just see Mario Batista improving kind of every fight. Ricky Simon's kind of up and down. He's not taking big strides at this point in his career. And, yeah, I give the edge to Mario Batista. He's plus 200 right now. I think that's great value.
Oh, finally disagreeing on something here.
There we go.
I got Ricky Simon by decision.
Okay.
And I think it's Ricky Simone, actually.
Could be Simone. Could be.
I believe it's Ricky Simone, but I just think his grappling is going to be a problem for Mario Batista. Mario Batista has won 5 in a row, so he is looking for the 6-1, like you said.
Yep.
I think this is where he's going to get stopped. I got Ricky Simone. I don't know. He's won 5 straight. He lost to your boy, actually. Song Yadong was his only loss right now.
Song Yadong is great, though. That's a good loss to have.
That's exactly what I'm saying. So I think Ricky Simone is going to continue that 5 straight if we ignore the Yang Sedong fight.
I'm starting to think it's not Simone, though. I'm starting to think it's Simon.
I think it's Simone. I might be wrong.
I'm starting to think it's Simon.
What made you start? Okay.
Just didn't sound right the more you kept saying it.
All right.
So I think Ricky Simon is going to lose.
I got Ricky Simon by decision.
All right. Well, we'll see what happens. Moving on.
All right.
We have Jim Miller.
A10.
Versus Benitez. Who you got there?
Let me just get right to it.
Right to it.
Well, look. Jim Miller and Benitez, both veterans. Both are getting a little older. Obviously, Jim Miller's...
He out-veterans him.
But I think he's a tank. I think he's got a lot of mileage left in him. I think he's got a lot more to do. I know he's going to make a he's going to make a showing at UFC 300, Dana promised, which is all right with everyone because he was at UFC 100. He was at UFC 200. He should be at UFC 300.
Yep. He should be at 500.
If he can. I mean, everyone thought he was going to retire at 300, 100%. It's the best place to
55
throw your gloves in, and the guy just came out and said, that's not going to happen.
Yeah.
I got more in me, which I love it. I love it. So I have Miller by an obliteration of a knockout.
Obliteration
of a knockout. You're going to see Magomed Benitez maybe snoring. Snoring. The guy that can't make up his mind on which weight class he wants to be in.
Ooh, shots fired.
They're taking his purse from him. He's causing fight cancellations, and there's still things going on. You know, he was supposed to fight Miller in February, and he canceled that.
I think that was an injury.
It might have been an injury, but you know, we just want to see people fight. That's what we're here for, right?
All right. Well, again,
I'm glad he made up his mind. I'm glad he's in the lightweight. I'm glad he's taking on Jim Miller finally, and it's finally going to happen. And we'll see Saturday that beautiful knockout by Jim A10 Miller.
I'm going to disagree with you.
I'm sure you are.
My pick is Benitez.
Really?
I think that he looked great in
I thought you were going to say you disagree with the knockout or
No. I disagree with your entire
Completely.
pick. I disagree with everything you're saying.
All right,
actually.
Jim. I hope you do it for me, Miller.
Let me say what I'm saying, please. Let's give Benitez some credit here. He looked really good at lightweight. He had some weight issues in the past. He couldn't make 145. Okay, he made his decision now. He's healthy at 155.
Has he?
He fought last time. He's fighting this time, and we're going to assume he's making weight. What do you mean, has he? We assume
if Jim Miller knocks him out, he might say, I'm not too comfortable at this weight.
Can we talk about my prediction here?
Go right ahead, man.
We heard you. Obliteration, yada, yada. We
Go
get
right
what
ahead.
you think.
Go right ahead.
I think that Benitez on the feet is a better striker. And I think Jim Miller's only chance of not only chance, but I think his best chance and best path is actually not what you're saying. I think it's on the ground.
He's a better striker than Jim Miller?
In my opinion, yes.
When Jim Miller's just throwing those haymakers for anything to just land?
Well, yeah, it's not clean. It's not precise.
It's not clean. It's not precise, but if it hits, it hits.
Sure, but I'm telling
Who's got more
my
energy?
prediction. And my prediction is
got more will.
Benitez, I think, is going to win on the feet, and I think he's going to be able to stuff takedowns.
Who's a crazier and better fighter?
And get the win via decision. I don't think I see a knockout because Jim Miller's made of rock, and he just doesn't really drop that easily. So I'm going with Benitez via decision. Final
I respect that. All right. We got 2 disagreements so far, and I love it. I wish we could have disagreed a little bit more.
I wish we could have, too. I like when we disagree. I don't like agreeing with you, because then I think something's wrong.
All right, man. On to the next lightweight. Got Matuis, I believe it is, and Nicolau. Yeah, straight out of Brazil, baby. Manel, and versus my boy Manel Starboy Cap. What do you got?
I got Cap.
You got Cap.
I got Cap here.
You're a Kai Kara France. You got Cap.
Listen, you don't got to keep bringing up the fact that I'm a fan of Kai Kara. We get it. I'm a fan of Kai Kara France. This has nothing to do with that.
How do you got Manel? I'm glad you're picking logically and not out of emotion.
Well, there is some emotional involved here.
Right here?
Yes.
No, I think you're. I'm with Manel Cap too. No emotions involved.
Well, I was gonna say Manel Cap is pretty angry.
He's extremely angry
at Mr. France.
Yes.
And I think that
unfortunately Nicolao's in the ring.
Yeah, he's in the crosshairs. And I just see him kind of destroying him.
Okay.
But Nicolao's no joke. So
no,
I'm
he's
not saying
not a
it's
joke.
easy, but I just have Cap here. I think he's a little more crisp. I think he's made more improvements overall in the past few fights and from their first fight as well.
Yeah, I think so too. I think they both have a lot to prove. They both have something to prove. They don't have a lot to prove, but they got something to prove. That's for sure. That's for sure. Depending on what happens here, someone's either dropping a 6th, because that's going to kick Nicolau right out of the top 5.
Yep.
Or it's going to pop Cap up, and he'll finally be talked about again for the
he should be
for the rematch against for the rematch against Pantoja.
Yeah,
100%. That's where I think
it's a big fight for him, and he's been talking a lot, and I think he's going to back it up.
I think so too. I think he's going to. Now, my question: do you think they're going to give him? Do you think he's going to want Kai Kara after this, since he's above him a couple, or do you think he's just going to go for the belt if they give it to him?
I think could go either way. It depends. I don't know.
I think he really wants Kai Kara France.
I don't even fully understand why he's so angry at Kai Kara France, but there's something he's super angry about. Yeah. So.
Well, he said that he pulled out of that fight.
Yes.
And Manel Cap's not buying the reason for it. It's basically story short.
Yeah. All right, let's not get too off track here with them.
All right.
On to the main event. You want to start us off?
No, you go ahead.
Okay. Johnny Walker versus Ankalaev.
What do you got?
I don't think Johnny Walker is good.
That was blunt.
I don't think Johnny Walker is good.
Care to
elaborate
a little bit? Just a little. You don't have to go too much into it unless you want to.
You watch him fight, and yes, he's got some nice highlights.
He's fun.
Nice finishes, and he goes up against some great fighters, but just when you see him fight, he just doesn't necessarily always look like he knows what he's doing. And maybe I'm wrong, and maybe this is due to me seeing like his first few fights where he was really raw, but I just can't get that image out of my head. I know he's made improvements, and I know like some losses have aged very well, like he fought Jamal Hill and lost, and obviously that aged well for him. That's not a horrible loss to have now. But I just can't accept that he's on the same level as a guy like Ankalaev. And if he proves me wrong this Saturday, then I'll change my mind. But right now I'm going Ankalaev.
Yeah.
Probably a decision win. But it could be a submission. It could be a knockout, but I don't
You got
think
a decision.
I think it'll be a decision
after seeing how the first one went.
Yeah, and the first one kind of shocked me because I thought Johnny Walker
kept up.
Yeah, he kept up pretty well.
But you're still saying what you're saying, which is what I was going to question next. But
yeah, no, he surprised me in that, and
I think if he needs to, then I think he's got it. I think he has. What? If he needs to really just fight instead of like mess around or have fun. I think he has fun a lot. I think that's his number one problem. He
didn't look like he was having
fun.
No,
not in Ankalaev's fight. That's what I'm saying, because I think he saw a killer in front of him.
Yeah.
And he felt the power, and you didn't see that from him.
Well, okay. So
I think he has fun. I don't think he should. I don't think it's like I'm not backing up the guy having fun. He should. I mean, he's a fighter, but I think he's having. Manel Cap also has that. I don't want to go back to him, but they like, some fighters like to have fun.
Listen, this isn't about fun, okay?
I understand
Ankalaev is going to beat him.
But I'm saying. Okay.
And that's my prediction.
I don't disagree. I have the same exact thing, but I don't think Johnny Walker's a bad fighter. I think Johnny Walker's a 6'5" monster of a man.
Of course.
He's got quick kicks. He can kick you in the head without even showing that it's coming. He has all that. He spins. He jumps off the cage. He rolls around. He
just doesn't.
He messes with the fighter's head. He does. He might not to you.
He might not to you.
And a lot of people agree with you. Ankalaev sitting at minus 520.
Yeah.
So, and I agree with you as well. Yeah. I just don't think that we should just completely say that Johnny Walker's a bad fighter.
No, this is what I'm saying. I'm just saying that I don't think he's good. I don't think he's as good as he's like up here. Like, I don't think he's here to stay at all.
All right.
Not saying he hasn't shown impressive fights. I'm just saying I don't think he's here to stay. He's not one of those guys to me.
Yeah, I mean, that should have maybe been solved in Abu Dhabi when that doctor decided that he shouldn't have continued.
The doctor misunderstood what was happening.
The doctor misunderstood what was happening.
Or maybe Johnny Walker was actually confused and had no idea where
the doctor who the same day told another fighter that he didn't get hit in the groin, pretty much said he was lying.
While he was crying.
While he was obviously in severe pain.
Yes. I forgot who that was, but yes.
I forgot who it was too, but it was the prelims. I might have
felt really bad for him. Felt really bad.
Yeah,
so what is your final pick here?
I got Ankalaev. I also agree with Ankalaev, but I do think he needs to worry about a random surprise attack. Because, there was you know what Johnny Walker also does? He plays possum a lot, where he acts like he gets hurt, like a body shot, and he'll take it, and he'll act down, and then he'll throw a knee. So like these are the things that Magomed needs to be careful of. That's all I mean. Like we can't completely just say that he's a bad fighter. Or not as good as he fights. Sorry, I keep twisting your words.
No, you're not twisting them. I don't think he's good.
There it is. I have an exact prediction. I think Ankalaev is going to chop at his legs first.
Okay.
All right, and he's going to throw this beautiful right overhand that's just going to land beautifully on Johnny Walker.
Okay, very specific.
Very specific, because I saw it happen in their first fight, in round one, and it came right through, and it hurt him, and it wobbled Johnny Walker. And I think Ankalaev is going to remember that, or rewatch the video and be like, I'm going to do that again.
Okay.
So when you see it happening, not happened, when you watch it happening,
and then
don't forget who told you that. Ankalaev,
knockout, boom, clean,
KO.
Okay, all right. I think decision, but I could see a knockout.
Good night, Johnny Walker.
Let me give you guys a parlay here that I have. These odds may change by Saturday.
Parlay time.
It is parlay time. It's a 4-leg parlay.
You set up a 4-leg parlay?
It's nothing crazy. We have money lines here, straight money lines.
Talk to me.
Bruno Ferreira money line, sitting at -20. Leg number 2, Mario Batista, sitting at +130. Leg 3, Cape, -265. And leg 4, Ankalaev at -520. +592, $10 gets you $59 and some change. Think there's good odds there?
You guys might want to switch Mario Batista out of that one, but
listen, you could.
Otherwise, I like it. Otherwise, I like it.
You could get rid of Mario, but that's my parlay with Mario Batista. I think that provides great value, gets that up to close to +600, and those are my picks.
We'll see you Saturday.